When somebody gives me a call and they're looking for a complete bike, we build complete bikes here, I'll often talk to them on the phone with this list of parts broken down into groups. This is a build sheet, so we can build the bike according to what they need, because we offer custom built bikes based on our production frame sets, standard frame sets. So this is a short wheelbase frame set, and this one I didn't actually build for a customer. This is one of our demos, but if I built this for a customer, I would have gone over with them many things such as their height, weight, how they ride, what they're looking for, any kind of questions they have, but mainly trying to figure out what bike will be right for them. So we'll go over the frame set, the parts, the wheels, spokes, nipples, through axle, that's always the same. The tire often changes. We usually set them up tubeless. Front hub is often our hub or a DT hub or sometimes a dyno hub. There are many different options. Brakes will be either mechanical or hydraulic with different rotor sizes and drivetrain options and things like this. But so this has always been the way I've been selling my bikes, or since I was building them all by hand by myself. Now we do them the production frames, but this is how you get a complete bike. You'll buy it this way. Soon there'll be another way to get a complete bike, because I've been working on something. Because I noticed that most people were buying really the same bike. We're often using the same brakes, similar brakes, mechanical brakes, some good aluminum practical rims, not going to really expensive carbon rims, drivetrains that would make sense. So most builds that I would offer customers as we worked through what they needed would be a bike kind of based on the best value, the best bike for the money. And so a bike like this ends up being around, a little over $3,000 most of the time. So I've been working on something and I'm really excited about it. This just came today. I'm still a little jet lagged because I've been out of town. I flew over to Hong Kong and went up into China to visit a factory I've been working with. And this is the first bike to come back of many. I'm trying to build the best bike, the best riding bike, the most comfortable bike, the most efficient bike that does a lot of things, bike I want to ride, and make it at a lower price. So this is something that's been going on for years now, as far as trying to work this out and make it work well. And it is really nice. And I'm very happy about it. This is a complete bicycle that I can offer for a lower price than our normal, bikes where we're lacing the wheels here, choosing the parts one at a time. But what I've done is I've used parts that cost a lot less and used a little bit different manufacturing in the frames to bring the price down. And now it's just a nice bike, so really great bike. The frame set's actually made in Taiwan. The bicycle's assembled in China. With my oversight, I was over there during the whole run. This is actually the second attempt. The first time I went over and we had gotten very far into this, the frames just weren't quite to what I needed them to be. So we've been working on this, and now we have it to where the frames are exactly, and the bikes are exactly, and the headset has the right amount of grease. So I'm going to build this up and show it to you. Of course, it should be built by a mechanic, but it's been mostly assembled. It has not been test ridden. The bikes we build here, we build them all the way up. We take them out and ride them around, and we test ride them, and then we repack them. This has been built up with everything in place, correctly installed, properly torqued, but it'll still need some adjustment and checking more than a bike that's how we would do it. But it's still very close. It's practically ready to go together. There it is, all built up. Jones short wheelbase, complete bike, boxed bike. Some of the differences compared to the regular frame, this frame's not heat treated. It's still 100% chromoly, but it still has a very good ride. It's still very strong, just not quite as light, but it costs less. This bike is a much less expensive version of a Jones bike than this top of the line kind of full custom. This is the Jones titanium space frame. This is my personal bike, but there's a very big price difference. Jones complete bike. We'll have the specs on the website and the pricing and the availability. What is this Jones bike? If I had to categorize it, You can use it for mountain biking. You can use it for gravel. You know, it'll be more efficient than a gravel bike and more comfortable. You can use it for the road. It's excellent on the road. Road bikes are actually road racing bikes that are great for a sprint finish. This is a good bike for riding on the road. You can put skinnier tires on it if you want, but you don't need to go skinny. It's a touring bike. You can totally tour with it. It's better than a classic touring bike for touring. It's a commuter. It's a city bike. Better than a city bike. Most of the time city bikes have skinny tires for no particular reason. It's kind of nice to have a lighter bike for carrying upstairs, but you know, potholes and tracks and the grooves and everything, I don't want to crash. It's a 29er. You could switch it to a 29-inch wheel bike. Right now it's 27.5, which is also 650B. Don't forget that. It could be a rando bike. Why not? Cargo. You can put racks on it, put milk crates on it. It's a fitness bike. Because you'll like riding, you'll get fit. You have to enjoy it. It's an adventure bike, an endurance bike. You need to endure, make it comfortable to endure, and make it efficient. Don't make it have high rolling resistance wheels that are based on a concept of a sprint finish that you're not doing. It's been a couple days, I've tuned it up, and it's all adjusted again, so I've ridden around this shop a little bit, and now I'm gonna go ride around the town. So you can sit up, like you ride with no hands, real comfortably, no brakes. Come down here for control on the brakes. Get up a little further, stretch out, arrow, stand up and pull, bunny hop over things, sprint. You can wheelie, resting position, hook, half arrow, hook, kind of full arrow. You have the narwhal, you go out to here. It's kind of sketchy without that though. It's, you know, one thing about the bigger tires besides, you know, great traction and lower rolling resistance is stuff like this has no effect. You know, you just ride right across it. It's a really wide gap. And of course the tires don't fit, so safe. Here's my just relaxed position, boom, boom. I don't even have to do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just holding on. That's it. If I go faster, I might go further. This is 15, 14 PSI. So anyway, pedal along. If I stay seated, that's what happens. And I just, you know, run over it. Here's another one. So it's safe, has better cornering traction, you know, it's hard to slide. It won't endo as easily as most bikes. It does have a short wheelbase, but it's not shorter than a lot of road bikes and cyclocross bikes. So I'm just gonna pedal up this in a normal seated position in first gear. And then hold on right up front here. Pedal, 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 nice and easy, over the bump. But even at a slow speed, it's not bad because I'm not sinking, so I can just accelerate. I kind of like the standing position better because I can choose my balance points better and I can get more power out of my body, I think. I just stand up on top, pull on the bar, and then sit down here to get the traction. I'm up at 15 PSI now. If I went down lower, probably be better. Often I run 10 or 8. And on the grass, it's easier too. I mean, I was at a cyclocross race and it was pretty obvious to see I was coasting in the grass while other riders on skinnier tire bikes were having to pedal really hard just to roll across this. So bigger tires have less rolling resistance. It's easy to recover from a slide. I like this bike.